before we get out of here though, like we talked about everybody except Mobius this episode, and Mobius is like I'm trying to figure out who he is in this story, right? Because he literally left Ravonna to get bodied by Sylvie. Oh, we didn't even talk about how they got left in the. We'll talk about it after, but like Ravonna was like, "Yo, ain't no way you preaching to me right now, type beat," and
Yeah.
he kept saying like he was. It's crazy because he was like yelling, but he was like whispering at the same time. I never noticed it until now. But that's just like his voice though. But seeing her point out the inconsistencies with his logic of like, well, you sided with the Lokis. You know, like what we talking about? Like, I'm just trying to make sure that like the TVA is still here once all this is said and done. As soon as I left, look at what happened.
Mm-hmm.
He had nothing to really say about it. He was just like, I mean, there's more to his story, like type beat. So like, how you feeling about Mobius right now?
I mean, I think Mobius does want to know the actual truth of the TVA.
Mm-hmm.
I think his whole problem was like the timekeepers aren't who they say they were. You know, if it was Kang, like they knew, oh yeah, Kang is the rider of time.
Mm-hmm.
I think Mobius would be fine. You know, like oh no, we good. But the fact that it's kind of like Loki did reveal that there's this some type of conspiracy going on, and what we know about our history and how we got here and
Isn't
about these
exactly what they
variants.
said.
Yeah, and it just bothers him enough for him to want to find out more. While Renslayer is kind of like, nah, we're just gonna establish order again. Like,
Yeah, but my thing about Mobius is that like to me, he's open to everything Loki says, but it's like he don't be listening. You know, like
he is kind of like that. He is.
like Loki has spent so much time in these first few episodes explaining how dangerous and you know important it is to find Kang and figure out who he is and what's going on and try to just like fix it. But like when they saw him, he was like, "They can't be this guy." Like what, you know? But it's like he literally saw him. So where's the hesitation coming from, you know? And I think it comes down to like, I don't think he wants Loki to be right. I think deep down, Mobius just wants to go back to how things were, and
like he opened
like,
the box, and now he wishes he could close the box, but he can't.
Exactly. So when there's times where he could step in and even if he can't change the situation, like offer some pushback on what's about to happen, he just looks and turns away and goes into the TVA because like
he's like, oh, maybe Kang's not that bad. He looks like a inventor.
Yeah. Right. Well, I'm talking about when Sylvie looked like she was about to kill Renslayer, and he just looked at Renslayer and was like, I tried to warn you, and then didn't say nothing and just dipped, and it was like, bro, you don't want her for real, bro. That's how.
I mean, I think Mobius is gonna have a big moment somehow. Yeah. Like they're pushing this dude to like
to the
maybe he has a decision on if he's gonna restart the timeline or go back to like. It just seems like Sylvie.
He's gonna have to make a decision. Yeah.
Yeah, Sylvie and Loki are just trying to present their sides throughout the series, and Mobius is the one that is learning about it and probably gonna get convinced to do what he wants.